Well, Diablo 4 is finally upon us, and I figured I'd make a video going over my first impressions, what the game is about, and my thoughts on it so far. But before we do that, quick spoiler warning. This video is going to contain a lot of things that are spoilers for the game, so if you're someone who wants to play the game and hasn't yet, may want to be warned that there's going to be some things here that you might not want to say. Now, disclaimer, this video is not about the nitty-gritty of every aspect of Diablo 4 and how to conquer it. This isn't going to tell you how to become the ultimate Diablo Shadow Legend.
Shameful.
This is just to show you what kind of fun you can have in the game, what the basis of the game is about, the format of it, the progression of it, what there is to do, the activities, and what sort of stuff I've been up to in it. There's no shortage of fun to have in Diablo 4. If you allow yourself to, and playing with the group is a lot of fun. Here's some clips of me and my friends playing the first launch weekend of Diablo 4, and it is a lot of fun. Oh, it's always Obelisk.
The characters look so good.
Somebody come on me.
Lighty.
I can't help
that. I'm not sure this counts as an immunity phase even. This is just, he went on a vacation.
Are we supposed to go somewhere else? I think we're supposed to move forward.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, we're the problem. Lighty,
yeah.
I'm being abused here. Please help.
There's a rare to our left here.
Oh. Actually, they're elites, thank you.
I don't know what they are, help.
I might end up going Bone Storm.
Storm.
But you have to. You definitely gotta quote Macho Man then, yeah.
Bone Storm is ready.
That sounded very Mexican.
Diddy Trejo.
Very Cheech and Chong.
Hey.
Hey, I say Bone Storm.
Hey, man.
You tried not bones?
Got this stone of bone.
About, MILF pussy making people have autism.
I don't even know what the connection would be.
the soccer moms, you know?
Oh, sure. Oh, what the fuck is that? Oh my god,
Lighty,
what is this knife?
Lighty, please.
Chain thing.
Lighty, please. I require aid. I think we've done this one already.
Yes, speak parcel tongue. It'll open. Oh, you did not. You did not see it. I don't think either of you two have seen Harry Potter. Whoa, whoa, whoa! What the fuck? Get out of here!
What?
Get out of here!
Oh, a moth.
Attacking lady.
Get out of here! Stuck
Why
alive.
is fucking skunk?
Noobs
I'm
go
going
left.
this way.
Fucking North Rockers. Oh my god.
It's a never-ending story. What's the
I
category?
don't even know. We've been having some good time. Thinking back to the old days of doing battle runs in Diablo 2 and Mephisto and farming Diablo and D3 and Reaper Souls and all that stuff and dealing with the armies of not only Hell but Purgatory and Paradise. It couldn't help but remind me of, well, Hell's Paradise. Ice-T Aesthetics, the home of all things Lighty, recently just had their Hell's Paradise drop. No shortage of great designs to show off the dark and fantastical world of Hell's Paradise. All the designs come in black and white in a variety of sizes. High quality prints to commemorate this hellish paradise we live in. Great quality clothing at great prices. You could actually use the promo code Lighty10 for 10% off all orders, or Lighty20 for 20% off all orders of 2 or more. Anyway, back to the video. Okay, so fun aside, there's 4 major things I want to discuss in this video, and those are as follows. Game format, progression, activities, and then things. Good and bad things. I've just recently discovered I could change the animation for different texts in Sony Vegas, so I should be upping the quality of my YouTube videos. Speaking of quality, the best way I thought to go about the game format and talk about exactly how you actually go through the basis of Diablo is by this beautiful infographic I made. We're going to start from the top left and follow the arrow. So you begin the game with a campaign, and as you finish the campaign, you are set into World Tier 1, where you want to progress into World Tier 2, and then you do the Capstone Dungeon, which is the Curator boss. These are basically progression milestone bosses. This gets you into World Tier 3 technically, but you want to farm out Renowned 1 through 3 first to get you your unlock, box to get into World Tier 3, and then when World Tier 3 you want to farm some into Renown 4, and then from around 4 you want to go to Capstone 3, where you have to fight Elias, and then that unlocks World Tier 4 when you want to finish your Renowned 5, and then you're technically in the end game, and that's just a grind to level 100, and then there's a cheeky little extra dungeon called Echo of Hatred, where you get to fight Lilith. The higher the world tier, the higher the difficulty, the more loot you get, the more experience you get, the more challenges presented. Okay, next up is your character and account progression. This is broken down into a few different categories. We're going to go over them one by one, the very gist of it, and you'll get a sense of what progressing in this game actually looks like for your character. First up, here's my character. This is him. He's a good little guy. Now, the character has a skill tree. Each character has a skill tree, and this character has a skill tree and a paragon tree. The skill tree is the main thing you're going to get for your abilities, enhancing your abilities, and what have you. Start from the very top, and you get your basic abilities, which you could choose typically 5 from, and little enhancements for them. What I mean by enhancements is, say I'm using Earthspike as my basic. What it does is it sunders the earth, impaling the enemies it hits for an amount of damage. An enhancement would mean has a 10% chance to stun. Another enhancement means that there's a second spike when hitting an immobilized enemy, or I can have it fortify my life. These are the minor enhancements you can do to different abilities, and these sort of enhancements exist for all sorts of abilities as you progress down through your skill tree, getting different abilities, cores, buffs, movement skills, passives, ultimates, and eventually a key passive for your class. There's 58 points available, of which you get most from just leveling and some from your renown. There's also your Paragon tree. Paragon tree looks a lot more complicated. This is a set of minor passives that you place as you go up, and you put glyphs into sockets that give you passive abilities. You then attach boards, which gives you more Paragon boards. Now these boards actually set legendary nodes on your tree and lets you to branch out into more passives. This is the end game, the past level 50 progression of your character. You get up to level 100, maxing your Paragon fully. You can have up to 8 boards technically at a time, of which the board attachments depend on what you want for your build. They do different things for different classes, different abilities. Lots of min-maxing to be done here. Then you have your character-specific trait, which for me as a druid is Spirit Boon. Other ones consist of weapon expertise for barbarians or Book of the Dead for necromancers. These are your character-specific ones. Again, for a druid, I get a variety of different passives I can choose that are exemplified by the aspects and spirits of different animals. Now, the main thing people like to focus on is the renown bonus. This is a lot of work, basically reputation for each zone. There are 5 different zones in the game. You have to max your renown in all of them to gain all the bonuses. There are bonuses claimed by each character, and then are bonuses unlocked per realm, or basically for your account. You can see the difference in the symbols in the bottom below. Now, what this means is when there's a one-time unlock for your character of the top bonus, which is typically just gold, and the bottom one gets you things like additional skill points, additional potions, additional skill points, max obols, which is a currency used in the game, and Paragon points for your Paragon board. Now, you get renowned by doing a variety of activities. There are actually more activities on the board than required to get renowned. So if you don't like doing quests, but you love doing dungeons, you can do dungeons instead of quests and still have most of your renown done. This includes waypoints, unlocking strongholds, areas discovered, side dungeons, altars of Lilith, which basically encompasses you doing most things in the game. The map is very large, and it is all open world. Now, one of the things you mentioned in Renown was Altar of Lilith. Now, these altars of Lilith you find throughout the map, and these little fuckers are very annoying to get, but there are a variety of interactive maps on the variety of Googles. You could Bing it, you could DuckDuckGo. There's no shortage of ways to find where the altars of Lilith are, but these gives you passives for different amounts of attributes, so you want to pick up that. One of the priorities, again on an account as we discussed in the game formatting, is maxing your renowned, because it gives you tons of bonuses like skill points, like the Paragons, and like the passive stats from Altars of Lilith. Very, very important. Another key point of progression is getting your different capstone dungeons. These are used to progress from different world tiers. The different world tiers are the base difficulties of the game. The higher the world tier, the better if you can handle it, because you get more loot, more exclusive loot, such as different types of uniques, different grades of gear, of which there are many. You have base gear, you have sacred gear, you have ancestral gear. Different types equals different stats. So the higher the better. You can change your world tier by hitting the world tier statue in Kyovashed. You can see the different types of world tier there are, from Adventure, Veteran, Nightmare, all the way down to Torment, which is world tier 4, the current highest. You can see the recommended level ranges to get an idea of what you want to do, and also what it actually offers, including the different enemy details, and it says new ancestral items and new unique items can be dropped. So you can actually see what it represents and how to unlock it. Every 10 levels you get access to a new quality of potion, capping at level 90. There is no level 100 potion, and these require different things to make of exceedingly more expensive materials. That's pretty much it. Those are all the different progressions for what carries over in your characters. Lots of fun things to be had there. Lots of progress to make. That doesn't even include actually the min-maxing of your characters themselves. The gear is a never-ending grind like in most ARPGs, and the quest to find perfect items with perfect rolls is one you'll be getting involved in forever. Now to move on to activities. Now, the activities in Diablo 4 are super fun. There are a bevy of different varieties of things you could do to grind and progress your character, to get better gear, resources, etc. It's very exciting. I mean, seeing the world boss pop up, seeing the Helltide pop up, I get almost excited as Vani did when she was stabbing that priest. Alright, first let's talk about world bosses. Now, it's no surprise that Diablo 4 cinematics are not only amazing, but so is the design of the bosses, and how they look in the fights are very fun and engaging. Now, the world bosses are no different. These 3 world bosses that currently exist rotate every 6 hours, get a cache from each of them, a little bonus reward once a week per boss, but you could kill the bosses, and you should every 6 hours, because the rewards just from killing them are quite good on their own.
I've been impressed
Guys,
with
a bear
the bosses
too.
so far, except for the color
Oh, it is
system. I
it.
wanna be able to
Defeat
color my
Avarice.
armor.
Let's see. Whoa!
Oh,
That
that
is a cool
scared
looking
the
motherfucker.
shit out of
Holy,
Oh my god.
a box.
Oh, he's spinning.
Stood up.
Oh,
Okay, bye.
so good looking.
Bone Storm.
Man.
Oh, it moves. It moves with those.
Okay.
Oh, it's terrible. Oh my god.
Here we go. Something new?
I get meds.
Ripping his ribcage open. What the fuck? Throwing ghosty ghouls out. Big
These
cool
robots
looking
Oh, we
ball.
haven't done this one.
Yeah.
Oh, this is the, I have done this
beginning
one
of the
before.
game. It was in the campaign, John.
It's the campaign boss.
He does have just sausage links for hair.
Yeah. Little Vienna sausage head.
Yeah, he has little bone links too. He actually looks
Like a scyther.
I think this is my
Like
favorite.
a meaty scyther.
Meaty.
It is, yeah.
Extra juicy scyther. Aside from just the world boss, every hour on and off, the Helltide Rises, which is an event where you go slay foes, complete activities, and collect cinders to unlock tortured gifts. I'm exactly reading what it says because it's very clearly and descriptive. You also have the Grim Favor system, which is where you hand in Grim Favor you acquire from different zones, very cleanly marked as what amount of favor it gives you, how long the event occurs. You hand these in to the spooky Tree of Whispers to get free rewards, different caches of weapons, accessories, materials, and armor. There's a variety of timed events that pop up on the map as well. It's all very easy to read and descriptive, not to mention the PvP zones. You can see clearly marked with PvP. Now, the main activity system, I believe, is the one you're going to be going the deepest into, which is the Nightmare Sigils. This is this game's mapping system. This is what's going to keep scaling your difficulty up all the way past one level 100 enemies and into the upper echelon of progression. These Nightmare Sigils also give you the ability to give your glyphs experience, so when they do reach, as it says, level 15, their radius increases, making it much easier to get requirements and making you more bonus per glyph on the board. Best part of the system is that there is no shortage of sigils. The cultist in town is marked on the map with a little squiggly circle symbol. He's a shop used to salvage sigils you don't want, so say I just didn't want any of these sigils, I can click accept all, boom, turn them all into dust, and then I see how much dust I have. I can use it to craft new sigils. I will make the bold proclamation that it is impossible to go dry on sigils as of right now, from what I've seen, which is around the 40 area. It is nearly impossible, which always feels good that there's tons of content you can keep grinding if you want. Now, here's the part of the video where we kind of discuss the bad things, the bugs, the clunk, the junk, everything in between. But bugs aren't always bad. Sometimes they lead to some funny moments. Why am I so close to my dude? He's standing inside of me, face to face. He's all up on my ass.
Laura
He just
was
inched
kissing him.
forward into my ass.
My spirit must pass on. And you must let
Oops.
is open.
My spirit must pass on.
You must let.
And you must let.
I like this part.
Yeah, it's cool.
This guy's
Alright,
totally.
someone
Now you-
skipped,
now
someone
you'll
skipped
get
the
another
cutscene, and I already saw the Lego drop underneath it.
Oh,
Lilith,
man. What
If
have
you read that,
done?
it says Lilith was here.
I had to decline that. Oh my god, I hit decline. Why did it still bring me? I'm in the middle of fight the boss.
It's just gonna make you.
It just brought me outside of the dungeon I was already in. Lorath tied the thing to his pole. Lorath is now cutting off her hand.
We have no time.
My
I must
turn, then.
remove the drowned necrosis.
I don't understand.
Laura, Are you certain? I'm certain she's dying. Hold her.
Alright, I'm gonna go upstairs and grab my food. I'll be back. Let the cutscene play.
Whoa, okay.
It's a ghost!
Yeah, same. It's a magic
There's a
blade.
ghost person grabbing the pole arm.
This is so good.
Yeah, I can't teleport either.
My head's all weird looking. Oh no, it's all scrunched.
Oh my
It's all
god.
scrunched in.
It's sunk into you. You got sunk.
Got a scrunched
You
head.
got bopped on the head like
Turtle.
fucking cartoon characters.
There we
like.
go.
Well-
Anybody who thought this game was going to launch flawlessly, as if any game has ever, well, those people.
They were fools.
But realistically, Diablo 4 launched basically perfectly. We paid for a AAA title, and I feel like we really got one. The cinematics are literally bar none. I've never seen better cutscenes in the game in my entire life. Party play is super fun and engaging. The combat's extremely smooth. The progression for classes feels great. And overall, I always feel like there's some fun activity to do. Wandering around the map and progressing through the campaign, there's always some little thing you could do around each corner. Yes, I mean, a lot of aspects of the game are repetitive, but so are any ARPG realistically. It's kind of part of the genre. You know, they're dungeon crawlers. It's kind of like rinse, repeat, map, vendor, gear, rinse, repeat. That being said, let's not forget this is a live service game, so there is opportunity for growth here. As far as the bad things goes, we would very much like a dedicated gem storage. We would very much like a loot filter. There are some small, minor things, like having no search option in map, vendors being too far apart, no UI rescaling, but again, these are pretty minor functions. Oh my god, I almost forgot the most important thing. This is by far the worst part of any Diablo game ever. This fucking stool is the hardest boss in the game. If we could remove this stool next to the blacksmith, I think the game will literally be perfection. Some of my favorite moments in playing any Diablo game have occurred in playing Diablo 4. Now, it's not quite as good as the Diablo 2 intro cinematic with the bartender saying, "Want something?"
Do you want something?
Sorry, that was the D2R version. I prefer the old version.
Do you want something?
Thank you, that's much better. Diablo's campaign has been one of the most refreshing times leveling in an ARPG for as long as I can remember. It's especially fun when you get to see old, familiar faces you haven't seen for literally 20 years. We finally gonna kill Eliath.
Did anyone notice his arm? Like his shoulders are like real high.
Yeah,
They're like beside his ears.
Eliath's just fucked off. yet
Like
again.
look at him when he sticks his arms out. Ugh.
Eliath.
Also, it is like it's daytime
Andy,
in yours.
What the fuck?
Oh my god.
Bro,
What
you
did
don't
they do
look
to
so
Andy?
good.
Wow.
Fucked up.
Holy shit.
Oh,
There we go,
Oh.
full Andy mode. I have very little complaints. If you've come to this video looking for a taste of what Diablo 4 is about, I'm sure you've got it. If you've come looking for whether or not you should purchase the game, that's a decision you kind of have to make.
What about the coin?
I can't tell you how you want to spend your $70. That could be a drop in the pot for you, or that could be what it takes to get by in the month. What I can tell you, someone like me who plays 10 hours a day, is still at level 100. I'm still having fun things to do. I'm still working on my gear. I'm still progressing characters. Overall, I'm extremely impressed, which I think many people are. I think there's a lot of fun to be had. I think you might have fun as well. That's it. I'm Matt Lighty. This has been my first weekend and week look at Diablo 4. And what else is there to really say? This game that has a AAA price tag released and is actually kind of AAA quality. Surprisingly, Diablo 4 isn't shit.